Welcome back, everybody. This is Eric here with Iraq Veteran 8888. Today, we got a really special gun gripe episode for you, okay? This is not what you normally see on the channel in terms of gun gripes. We're not in the comfort of our basement, right? We're out here with the troops on the ground, okay? We're here in Virginia for the 20th Rally Day. Man, this is great to see the turnout. So many patriots in one place, everybody, showing their support for the Second Amendment, which is extremely important to us and what we do and what we represent as people in this country. Fundamental human right that we all share is gun ownership and the preservation of life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, everything like that. Now, I'm going to take a moment to bring some of our fellow viewers in that want to have a chat here, and I want you guys to speak. So this video is about Virginia speaking, and I really want to see what's going on the ground, and it's very important to us. So stick around. This is going to be an eventful day. I'm going to do my best to show you what's going on from the scope of what we have going on here. So give me a moment. I'm going to get a few folks over and we'll interview a few people, and let's just have some fun and let's listen to what Virginians have to say. Enough of my blabbing. I want to know what everybody else thinks. All right, so let's do it. All right, we got our first speaker here. He's going to have a few words. All right, what's your name? Where are you from? Why are you here?
My name is Wyatt. I'm from Suffolk. You want me to look at the camera, or are you, Eric?
Both of us, man.
Okay, cool.
You're here.
So my name is Wyatt. I'm from Suffolk, and the reason why I'm here is I'm to stand for liberty and to stand against tyranny.
Good deal, man. Good deal. Yeah, so what do you think about the turnout? You happy with the amount of people here?
I'm happy with the amount of people, but I would have certainly have liked to have seen a lot more diversity come out today, right? I think there's a lot of minorities that are really sleeping on the rights that a lot of our ancestors have fought for. And I think, there's too many minorities that are sitting idly by watching these rights being eroded, right? So I think, if there's any minorities listening to me right now, please come out, join us, consider, voting, right? Make sure we get to the voting polls and, make sure that our voices are heard as well, right? Like I stand, proudly amongst all my brothers here, but, I want to make sure that, our voices aren't silenced as well, right? This is not a white nationalist party like the mainstream media would have you believe, right? This is a lobby day for all of our rights. So let's make sure that we're all focused on preservation of those rights.
Hey, thanks, Wyatt.
No, thank you, Eric.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you for the work you do.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
All right, brother, what's your name? Where are you from? Why are you here?
My name's Cameron. I'm from Roanoke, Virginia, and I'm here because I love America. I love Virginia. I'm a patriot, and I think if you're a U.S. citizen, you have the right to own a gun, whether you're brown, black, yellow, green, whatever your color is, you should be able to own a gun. And if somebody's trying to take that away, that's a major problem. And if I wasn't here, I would feel guilty. So I'm doing my part. Whatever I can do, as little as it is, even if I'm just a fly on the wall, I'm here and I'm showing my face that I care,
More like a fly in the ointment, right?
Yeah,
is that how it works?
In the ointment, that's right.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, what's your name? Where are you from? Why are you here?
I'm Raymond Burdett from Sutherland, Virginia, just outside of Danville, Virginia. And the reason why I am is to help support my fellow Virginians and my fellow Americans from around the country, because we have to fight for our Second Amendment rights. Yes, and I'd like for everybody here to know that Governor Northam, you might have won this election, and the cronies behind you, the Senate, the House and all, but we will get the majority. Republicans will get the majority back in the Senate. There will be another election. Just wait and see.
Yes, sir.
And Governor, I heard that if you're not in town today, you can run, but you can't hide.
There you go. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate you. Yes, sir. All right, what's your name? Where are you from? Why are you here?
I'm Rick Coupleman. I'm from Ringgold, Virginia, and I'm here to support our Second Amendment rights. This is where it stands. First, they're going to start with your Second Amendment right, and then they're going to go after your first, and then on and so on.
That's right.
So we need to stop it now.
Cold out here.
Yes, it is.
But everybody's staying warm.
Yeah,
right?
well, it's a great cause. I mean, our forefathers knew what they were doing.
That's right.
So
it's a pristine document, isn't it?
It sure is, and I trust them a lot more than I trust our politicians today. So,
Well, I appreciate you being here.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you.
All right, thank you. What's your name? Where are you from? And why are you here?
My name is Jacob. I'm originally from Texas. Job brought me to Virginia. I won't be here for much longer, but I'll be moving across country. But I just want to be here to represent my community, and I think it's super important that we, as people, whether you're black, white, Asian, Hispanic, it doesn't matter what color you are. Your rights are your rights, and I think it's very important that we come out here and we fight for those rights.
Agreed, man. I really appreciate you being here, Jacob.
Thank you. You
Okay.
too.
Thank you. And you're carrying. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Good job. All right. I feel real safe right now.
I'm glad.
I'm in good hands. All right. Thanks, pal.
Thank you.
What's your name? Where you're from? And why are you here?
My name's Wade. I'm from southeastern Virginia. I don't really have much to say today other than thank God for waking me this morning. I'm glad everybody's here and we're rallying peacefully. What I do have to say, though, is for those of our brothers that couldn't make it out here with us to stand in the cold today, please like and share this video. And subscribe if you haven't done that. Hit the bell.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, man.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. What's your name? Where you from? Why are you here?
I'm JR. I'm from Front Royal, Virginia. I'm here to support our Second Amendment rights. This is a free state, and we want to keep it that way.
That's a pretty concise and clear statement. I think I can drink to that. What do you think?
Heck yeah.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you for everything.
All right, yeah,
Appreciate
man.
you being here.
Absolutely. All right, what's your name? Where are you from? And why are you here?
I'm from Woodstock, Virginia. My name is Ryan McGowan, and I'm here because I believe in the Second Amendment. The only thing that pisses me off, it should be the First Amendment to protect everything else, man. I do. I appreciate all your videos and everything, brother.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
you so much.
Well, we've said in multiple videos before that, you know, the Founding Fathers wrote the ultimate grocery list, right? And when you write your grocery list, what do you write down? Milk, bread, eggs. Why is that, right? Because those things are the foundations of a delicious meal, right? Founding Fathers wrote the perfect grocery list of rights because they knew that those rights need to be at the top of the list.
You're damn right. I'm sorry.
No,
you're
you're
absolutely
good.
right. Thank you, man. Thank you for
All right.
being here. Seriously, thank you.
Thank you.
very much, man.
Thanks for coming and weighing in, all right?
Thank you.
Okay. What's your name? Where are you from? Why are you here?
Austin Gaver from Lynchburg, Virginia, and here to march for the protection of the constitutional right to keep and bear arms.
Awesome, man. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate bringing the flag, too, man.
Hell yeah. Appreciate you, Eric.
All right, cool, man. Now, some of our guests are a little bit tall, okay? So you might see their heads kind of pop near the top of the frame. We're just going to roll with it, all right? That just makes it all that much more funnier, okay? It's going to be all right. What's your name, where you're from, and why are you here?
Justin Gaver from Lynchburg, Virginia. Just here to support the Second Amendment, really all the amendments, the Constitution. And I think the media wanted to make it like there was going to be a lot of extremism here. I haven't seen that walked all around here. I've seen plenty of law-abiding people that, yeah, they're armed legally, but they're not making a stir. They're not making any property damage or anything like that. So the media will try to spin it for sure and focus on those people. But really what we have here are a lot of honest, hardworking people. So that's what I've seen. But
yeah, and I can really, respect the diversity. There's folks from all backgrounds here, and it's just really cool to see everybody coming together to support one common goal.
Yep, that's right. Well, I appreciate what you do. Thanks.
Thanks for being here.
USA! 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 USA!
All right, what's your name, where are you from, and why are you here?
Stephanie Moyer, Bedford, Virginia, and I'm here to protect our Second Amendment rights. I'm a realtor, mom, grandmom, and I want to keep my family safe. And I want them to have the opportunity to keep themselves safe.
That's right. That's right. That's awesome. So, so what's the most interesting thing that you've seen here today so far? I mean, there's a lot of diversity, obviously, lots of different people from different walks of life. How do you feel about that?
I really don't feel that we're truly being represented because we're not being able to get close to anything. We're kind of stuck out in the outskirts.
That's right. And yeah, and to go in there, you have to be disarmed. Nobody wants to be disarmed.
That's right. That's right.
Well, thank you for providing me some commentary here. All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
What's your name? Where are you from? And why are you here?
Holly Stewart, Lynchburg, Virginia. I'm here to protect not only the Second Amendment, but all of our rights. You take the second, you take the rest, and we will not be disarmed.
Good to hear. So what do you think about all the folks that are here? I mean, everybody, there's folks carrying around ARs. I mean, you would expect there to be some bloody bloodbath, right? But that's just not the case, is it?
I feel very protected right now, more than I've ever felt protected. And I protect myself, and I will always protect myself and my family.
Good to hear. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
What's your name, where you're from, and why are you here?
Derek Ritter, I'm from North Carolina, and we're here to be counted. Let everyone know that it's not just Virginia in this fight, that all Americans need to step up and voice their opinion about gun control.
That's an excellent point. There's lots of folks from out of different states, not just Virginia, that are, fighting today. On the 20th for Lobby Day. I'm from Georgia, as you guys obviously know, but it's really cool to see a wide variety of representation from different states. That shows that these states' battles are super, super important, and we have to make other battles in other states our battle, right? Because the minute that we let it leach out of another state and into our state, then it's on our front door. So if we can stop it here, then it won't wind up on our front door.
Absolutely. We're North Carolina, we're a border state. Hey, we're next. Our governor is exactly known for protecting its people. Our governor in North Carolina is also known for going against what the popular vote has been for other laws. So we know if gun control comes to his desk, he's going to sign it. So we're here to go ahead and get it out up front. North Carolina doesn't stand for it either.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Hoorah.
Thank you. What's your name, where you're from, and why are you here?
Yes, sir. My name is Eric Leitonen. I'm from Albany, New York, and the reason I'm here is the Constitution is under attack, and I felt it was very important to drive 8 hours to stand with people that are here to defend it.
Awesome. Good deal. Yeah, just like the previous gentleman said, it's really important that we turn these states' battles into all of our battles, because that's really where the buck is going to stop, okay, is in these state battles. And it's going to set forth really dangerous precedents if things like what Northam wants go through and become the law of the state. It encourages other states to take on the same sort of draconian principle. So that's really cool that we got a New Yorker here that came down and saw the importance of what was going on in Virginia. So that's awesome.
Well,
so thank you.
One of the things that I want to add to that is that we already have this in New York. Our legislature, democratically controlled legislature, Democrat governor, rammed through a thing called the SAFE Act in New York, literally at 3 o'clock in the morning, with absolutely no discussion or debate. It was so bad that the original law outlawed the pistols that the state police carry. They made them illegal. It was just done that haphazardly. So my fear when I was looking at this is, of course, I'm living there now in New York, and I'm looking at Virginia, which has been a beacon of freedom, and the same thing is happening here. So it's very important to stop it here so it doesn't continue on to other states.
Thank you, man.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you being here.
My pleasure. Stay well.
All right. Thank you. What's your name? Where are you from? Why are you here today?
My name's Randy. I'm from Pamplin, Virginia. And I'm worried about what's going on with the guns.
100%.
Like I said, I don't want to end up like Australia and England. I heard that one time the girl that was on the Olympic pistol team in England had to go across the English Channel to France to practice for the Olympics. I saw an interview with a guy in Australia. He said they came and took my grandfather's .22 rifle. He taught my father how to shoot with it. My father taught me how to shoot with it, and I was going to teach my son how to shoot with it. And they came and took it and destroyed it.
We don't want to see that happening here, obviously.
No.
So you think if Northam and people like Northam have his way, now this is a rhetorical question because of the company that I'm keeping right now, but you think that's what it could lead to?
I don't know if it'll go that far, but I wouldn't want it to.
Yeah, you don't want to trust them to have the keys to Pandora's box and trust them not to open it, right?
You start with a little bit and one thing after the other.
I think I agree.
That's right.
Stay warm, okay? All right. What's your name, where are you from, and why are you here today?
Name's Jimmy Castle. I'm from Bedford, Virginia, and we're here for the Second Amendment today. Now, most of the people that are here for the Second Amendment are just normal, everyday people. There's no extremists in here or anything like that. You can see everyone just laughing, having a good time. And for Virginia, I think what I'd like for your viewers to know, not only is it just a slew of 2A taking laws that they're trying to push through right now, but they also have it to where they're trying to change the voting, they're trying to take away parental rights, they're trying to raise taxes on a state that had $1.2 billion excess after paying all its bills last year. So, I mean, it's a huge issue. It's not just the one, it's the big one, but it's not just the only one. So, yeah.
Well, it's funny that you bring that up because as we speak right now, all these folks are gathered here in support of the Second Amendment. And right now they're talking about extending the governor's term limit to 8 years. Yes. Now they're talking about, doing away with the electoral college. Yes. I mean, that's a serious thing because then turning it from an electoral college to a popular vote, when it comes to elections.
Yeah. Well, it's not even that one, too. What they're looking at is that they're trying to change the way, not just to give the governor an extra term, for Virginia, it's also to give them a different way. So they want to change it, instead of doing like the popular vote for Virginia itself, they want to do it in congressional districts. So if you change it to congressional districts, you're looking at the heavy populated northern Virginia and out towards the beach, they've already got 5 congressional districts out of 11 for our state. So it's not good. It's not good.
So basically, if they can't win the game, they're going to change the rules.
Oh, they'll rig it however they want to rig it. Yeah, yeah.
I appreciate you being on Gripes with me.
All right, not a problem. Hey, thanks.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
What's your name, where you're from, and why are you here today?
My name's Don Basil from Connecticut with a crew of my good friends right here. Really good to be here. A lot of good patriots, a lot of good people that understand the importance of the Second Amendment and how you need to defend it, because you weaken the Second Amendment, you weaken the entire document that it's there to defend and protect.
That's right. The Second Amendment is the teeth of everything else. It's the teeth that protects the rest of our rights.
Yep. And we're here with our group, CCDL, Connecticut Citizens Defense League. VCDL is our sister organization. They were there for us in Connecticut, representing us and helping us out, and we're here for them, and we're proud to be here.
Thanks for being here.
All right, brother. Thank you, and you got a good show. Thank you very much.
Appreciate you. What's your name, where are you from, and why are you here today?
My name's Thomas Vaishali. I'm running for U.S. Senate against Mark Warner, and I'm from Woodbridge, yeah, I love Virginia. That's why I'm here.
So what are some of your largest concerns in terms of running? I mean, what are you worried about right now? What are you trying to prevent? What are you trying to circumvent? What are we looking at trying to, you're draining the swamp in Virginia, right? I guess that's a correct term to look at. I heard you speak earlier. You're pretty fired up. So what's on your mind?
Well, I'll tell you what. There's 3 things that these socialists want. There's 3 things. First, they want to disarm us. Then they want to do away with the Electoral College. And then they want to tamp down on what they call hate speech, which is basically all the speech they don't like, okay? So all their speech is okay, but it's the stuff they don't like, anything we say, that they're going to call hate speech. They're even going to label us domestic terrorists. So if you get rid of the guns, if you disarm the citizenry, and you get a popularly elected president, and then you can't speak out against your government, you have the very definition of a fascist dictatorship. And that's what they want. That is what they want. They want dictatorship. They want power, and they want to take away all our power so that they then we're like the disarmed peasantry. Well, we're not going to be disarmed.
That's right. And the frightening thing about it too is the way that they're going about it is very disingenuous. They really just want to change the rules as they go along to benefit them, right? And that's a very scary thing. An unarmed society is a very weak society that can't stand up against the people that are trying to put them down. I mean, our founding fathers literally wanted to give us the ability to fight back against a tyrannical government, and these people want to take away those rights. They want to take away your ability to fight back against a tyrannical government, and it's a pretty clear and concise statement that an armed society is a polite society. So folks that are watching on Gun Gripes here, how can they support you?
You can support me by going to my website. It's Thomas Speciali, and it's special with an E on the end.com. You can go there. In addition to that, you can text Speciali to 484848. And I don't want to do this. I think that politics is it's become a really dirty, filthy business. I would much rather be training my Cub Scouts and spending time training my soldiers, okay? That's really that's where my heart is. But I am seeing the dismantling of our country. So if you text 484 or to Speciality to 484848, I'm asking every conservative in the entire country, because that's what the Democrats do, to donate, listen, $17.76. I'm not asking for a whole lot, okay? I'm asking for less than, what is that? Less than 50 cents a day for a cup of coffee. If I get 1 million people, and I know it sounds ludicrous, but 1 million people to give me $17.76, we will send a message to Washington, D.C. that Virginia is not for sale, that the Virginians and conservatives, there's conservatives from all over the country that have come out here. They're not just 2A conservatives, because they know that in order to protect the first, you got to protect the second. So I talked to people from Illinois, I've talked to people from New York, New Mexico, Pennsylvania, Florida, Michigan, Indiana, Texas. We're talking Virginia is the front line. Virginia is the front line. And you know who started this? This guy. The guy who built his little toy fort he's got. He put a little chain link fence around his fort like he's going to play cowboys and Indians.
Trying to protect his little sand castle in there. What do you think?
He thinks this is his castle. He's our employee. He is our employee. Who is he to tell us that we're going to be disarmed? He works for us, and we're going to be. They're recalling him down the street. Okay, They're recalling him right down the street. Right now, they're signing petitions to recall him. And they're going to take him out legally. They're going to drag him out of there, and we're going to say Virginia does not support all this crazy liberal agenda. It just doesn't. The other thing you can do, if you're out here today and you're watching this, you can hear me. I need petition signatures. We got to do 10,000, sign my petition, get me on the ballot, and I will personally hand Mark Warner a pink slip.
I love it. Love the passion.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
What's your name? Where are you from? Why are you here today?
My name is Mike Powers. I'm originally from Southern Maryland, but I'm living just across the river from Fairfax now. I'm here today because I'm trying to put some support on everything that's going on here today. Like the gentleman before me said, the governor over here has built this little sandcastle fort trying to keep freedom cages in. And, you know, my gripe that you were talking about before, the media right now is trying to paint us like we're all terrorists, like we're all white supremacists.
I don't see that today at all.
Now, a bunch of great people out here trying to spread their wisdom, trying to keep the rights, and they're trying to tell the peasants that we can't have our stuff, but I don't think they're going to stop it.
All I see is a bunch of freedom-loving people who just want to protect themselves and their communities and the people around them. I actually see a lot of people I'd probably have a beer with right now if I, wanted, if I was so inclined.
Oh yeah, definitely a lot of beer drinking fellows around here.
That's right. Hey, thanks for.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, appreciate
nice talking to you.
All right, now, what's your name? Where are you from? And why are you here today?
I am. My name's Scott Cheryl. I'm from where I live right now in Arlington, Virginia. And one of my big gripes is that one of the delegates here is Dan Helmer. He's an Army veteran, and he supports all these gun grabbing laws. And I just think it's just like the worst thing for a veteran to be anti-gun.
Oh, Northrum's a veteran too, isn't he?
Pardon me?
Northrum is a veteran too, isn't he?
Oh, I didn't even know that. But, it's just, that's one thing that I just really wanted to get off my chest. So I think it's important because, it gives them a lot of credence when they're veterans and they say, oh, we're against, no one should have an AR-15 because I carried one in Iraq, blah, blah, blah. And so I think we need to do the other thing. You do that, but we need to get veterans that are pro-gun to be more like, hey, we're not like that. So
I agree. Recently Chad and I did a gun gripe where we discussed that danger, right? Like we see all these veterans, right, that support gun control, and how in the world, especially after being deployed somewhere, you're going all over the place, right? And you see the evil in the world, and you see all the bad things that happen in the world, and then you're expected to protect yourself and the people to your left and right using the actual, the guns that you're wanting to ban, right? How can someone who's a veteran, who's been there and supposedly seen it all and done all these things, how can they be pro or anti-gun? It really is a mental quandary to me.
And, they took an oath to uphold the Constitution, and they don't even, the Second Amendment, like, they don't even realize that's part of the Constitution. So that's my beef.
All right, man. Thanks for being here. What's your name, where are you from, and why are you here today?
My name's Matthew Hilton from Richmond, Virginia, here to stand up for our God-given right to protect ourselves and our loved ones. We're just here to show Ralph Northam that we're just not going to take his nonsense. I mean, this guy even ran as a non-leftist Democrat, if you will, and then 2016 happened, and this guy just pulls the extra left turn, and we're just not going to stand for it. I mean, people are out here from New York all the way out. You came all the way from Vegas, thank goodness.
I came from Georgia, but
Thank you for coming out here and missing SHOT Show to come out and stand and fight with us, because as Americans, we all need all the help we can get to save us from these tyrannical leftists.
That's right. Well, we got to stand together or we'll hang together.
We ain't hanging together, I'll tell you that right now.
Spoken like a true gentleman.
Virginian.
All right.
Thank you, Eric.
Thanks,
appreciate it.
All right. Come on.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, good. Man's got a musket. What's your name, where are you from, and why are you here today?
My name's Michael Briggs. I'm from New Prague, Minnesota. I'm over here, stationed over here, so I came over here, show my support for everything. I believe everything's going on out here. It's kind of bullshit, all the laws. Minnesota's the next place, Washington, there's plenty of other states where it's just going to get worse and worse. Today, I think, as you were saying last night, I watched your videos or whatever, you're saying that this is kind of the experiment. And if it goes to here, then it's going to go everywhere else, pretty much. So
Fair enough.
Fair enough. I mean, that's it. It really is really that simple.
You know, and I don't really see that happening. I mean, everybody here is so kind and cordial. I mean,
Yeah.
we're focused and we're motivated, and we are on the right side of history and on the right side of the law. All right, that's pretty dang important, right? I mean, right will be right, always, right? And we're in the right because we're on the side of the Constitution. And all I see is people here that are concerned about their communities and their families and each other. I don't see any hate here at all.
I would say the same thing. I think this was a historical time. Today, I'm going to remember this for sure. I'm young. I know my kids are going to ask me because today marks like, I mean, if this passes, which it probably will, you know, who the hell knows what's going to happen. It's scary. It really is scary. It's terrifying. And there's a lot of young guys out there that aren't really concerned about it. It kind of like scares me that my generation really doesn't give a shit about it. But there is still some of us out there that do give a shit, and we're here. United we stand, divided we fall. That's what I got to say. Well,
Agreed, man.
You have a good one.
Thanks for being here. That's the truth. What's your name, where you're from, and why are you here today?
My name's Jody. I'm from North Carolina. I just wanted to be part of the standing army. Like Eric said to the last guy, be on the right side of history and be on the right side of the law.
Cool, man. Really appreciate it.
I'm a big fan of Eric's work and happy to be here with him and support Free America.
I wouldn't miss it for the world, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
What's your name? Where are you from? Why are you here today?
I'm Candi Eubank. I'm from Doswell, Virginia, and I'm here to stand up for my Second Amendment rights.
Wonderful. Okay, so who are all these lovely ladies back behind me here?
All of these ladies here are part of A Girl and a Gun, and they're here to support the women who support the Second Amendment.
So do you think that there are a heck of a lot of ladies, strong ladies, who are head of households, raising children, they're out and about doing their thing, and they're trying to, you know, they're the lioness at home, right? And they got to protect the flock. Is that a true statement?
Absolutely, absolutely. Actually, women is they're the fastest growing segment of the firearms industry right now. So, absolutely.
So if there was a lady right now watching this video and they were on the fence about buying a gun, or maybe they were a little bit intimidated about going into a gun shop and dealing with Tactical Ted or somebody who's going to try to tell them, you know, how it is, what advice would you give to a lady who is looking to protect themselves?
I would absolutely search out A Girl and a Gun, find your local chapter, get with the women. We are women instructors. We're here to teach women safety. We're here to teach women gun handling skills.
That's awesome. Thank you very much. And is there anything else you'd like to add to the viewers here? Now you're going out to 2.2 million people. We got 600 million lifetime views on the channel. So
You're making me nervous.
Oh, come on. It ain't no big deal. I'm just a regular guy who just happens to be well known. That's all.
Well, there's also a project called the DC Project. That's one woman from every state that goes to DC every year when legislation is in session, and to speak to their legislators about our Second Amendment rights.
Wonderful. So if my viewers want to reach out, contact you, follow you guys on social media, what are all your social media handles?
Well, we have a Facebook page, which is A Girl and a Gun Richmond for the Richmond area, but there's Facebook pages for every state in the country for A Girl and a Gun. You can also reach out to agirlandagun.org, and you can find your local chapter that way as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, guys, Eric here. Look, we've wrapped up today. Oddly enough, everything occurred without incident. There's not blood running down the gutters in the streets. There's not bodies and corpses littering the street. Everybody thought this was going to be such a big deal, but all I saw was a bunch of freedom-loving people assembling peacefully and having a great time and showing support for the Second Amendment community, and that's what it's all about. I think we sent a really strong message to the folks in that building over there, right? They know how we feel, all right? And the general attitude here that we've seen all day is just people are sick of their rights being infringed upon. And I think that's a pretty clear statement that a lot of folks have made today. I wanted today's video to really be more about you guys, about Virginia. Virginia Speaks, right? That's what this is all about. And I wanted to get a lot of perspective from as many of you as I could. I did the best job I could to cover things out here. I couldn't really get up on the hill. I bet there was at least 40,000 people in attendance today. And I think that speaks volumes for the amount of people who care about the Second Amendment community and about our rights and our liberties, our freedoms, the pursuit of life, liberty, happiness. It's obviously apparent here, okay? Lots of folks really just care about each other. A lot of diversity that we saw today, which I believe is extremely important, right? All these folks tend to look at the situation in a way where they don't think, okay, you know, oh, well, gun owners don't care about minorities, or gun owners don't care about the female community or whatever. So we tried to really get a wide variety of different folks to speak today, because I believe it's important to show that the Second Amendment is something that really affects all aspects of our community, right? No matter who you are. Okay, we might have differences politically, we might have things that we may not always be on the same page about every single thing, but what we saw here today was that the majority of people really can come together for the Second Amendment and put any other difference aside. And I think that's really important for people to see that happening here. So thank you guys for the support. Thank you for watching. I definitely want to take a moment to thank all of our Patreon supporters, which I did run into some of you guys today. So thank you so much for supporting our channel. Those of you who purchase man cans, t-shirts, other merch on the site, thank you for believing in what we do and allowing me to do what I'm doing right now. I'm going to go catch a red-eye flight to Vegas, and I'm going to continue, and we're going to cover SHOT Show. So we're able to do both. So thank you guys for being a part of what we do. Thank you for being a part of this. We'll see you next time. Many more videos on the way.